Cinthya Mac Kinney!
We are gathered here today on this cold D.C. day to prevent a war in the hot sands of Iraq. In the bitter coldness of apartheid Cape Town, Bobby Kennedy spoke words of hope to black and white South Africans, encouraging them to stand for their ideals, act to help others, strike out against injustice, and sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression. Yet in 1966, no one could foresee that Nelson Mandela, then apartheid's political prisoner, would be sworn in as South Africa's president, and yet he was. The struggle against apartheid certainly didn't start with Bobby Kennedy, but Bobby Kennedy did his part. Dr. King warned us that we have guided missiles and misguided men. When Dr. King decided to speak out against an evil and unjust war, even though he knew the consequences might be death, he decided that he had no choice but to speak out against the war in Vietnam. Knowing the consequences, Dr. King did his part. And that's why we're here today. Even though this movement doesn't start with us, each one of us will do our part for justice, for peace at home and abroad. And in our quest for justice at home, Mr. President, we won't forget that your brother trampled on the voting rights of the poor and the people of color. You are in the White House and you have a privilege that you didn't earn. Mr. President, where is your mandate to take this country off to war? And we won't forget, Mr. President, that while you push your plan to drill for oil in Alaska, you still haven't told us the role that Enron played in shaping your plan. It was cold last night, Mr. President, and all across our country it was especially cold for the 250,000 veterans who sleep on our street every night. In no other rich democracy on this planet do so many people have so little. Yet the proposed stimulus package will give billions more to the wealthy. What about us, Mr. President? What about us? On this Dr. King weekend, let us remember that there was a time when the United States was loved around the world. Loved because, like our fallen martyrs, when America saw wrong, we tried to right it. When we saw suffering, we tried to heal it. And when there was war, we tried to stop it. The work that we do today is noble and good. The work for justice, for peace, at home and abroad. Thank you.
The stage, we had two